Why do most New Year's resolutions fail? And how do we achieve success? In this video, I'm going to be discussing some possible reasons why most New Year's resolutions fail and also give you some helpful tips that might help you to achieve the best success you've had yet when it comes to New Year's resolutions. So stay tuned. Welcome to Be Well Healthy Living. My name is Tara and I'm a Master Certified Health and Wellness Coach. 'Tis the season for New Year's resolutions. Well, over 90% of New Year's resolutions actually fail within the first 3 months, with only approximately 8% of people actually ever achieving their New Year's resolutions. So why is this? I have a few ideas here, so I'm going to get into it in just a second. In this video, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to do a quick recap into why I think New Year's resolutions fail, and then I'm going to give you some helpful tips to how you can actually achieve great success with your New Year's resolutions. So why do New Year's resolutions fail? Goals are unrealistic with no plan in place and no thought about potential obstacles. A lot of people like to make these big sweeping goals and they look at this goal out there and they want to achieve that. Like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to learn a different language. I'm going to make more money, all these different things, but there's really no plan in place how we're going to get there. And in order to achieve a goal, it's really important that we map out, that we take and look at the steps it takes to get there. And a lot of times in that process of trying to figure out how we're going to get there, we have to take into account what kind of obstacles might we face. For example, if you're trying to lose weight and your New Year's resolution might be, I want to lose 50 pounds this year, and you don't take into account what you're going to do to actually get there. And then you're not going to look at potential obstacles like, what are you going to do when you have birthday parties? What are you going to do when you go on vacation? What are you going to do when you are going out to eat with your friends? So we're so focused on what that big goal is that we fail to take that look into the daily steps that it takes to actually get to that particular goal. Never addressing the reasons for wanting to change. Oftentimes when goals are set, we make these goals like, I want to lose weight, or I want to go to the gym and get more muscle. But we don't actually ask ourselves, why? Why do we want to gain more muscle? Is it just because we want to look good? Is it because we want to attract more people? We have to understand the whys to our behavior in order to achieve success. Without taking a good hard look at the reason that we want some of these changes, we may miss out on the mental aspect of what it takes to actually achieve and change behaviors. So understanding the reasons why, understanding and knowing your why is so incredibly important, because that's what's going to fuel that change. And if you haven't taken a good look at it, that's a good possible reason why you might be failing your New Year's resolutions. Lack of accountability. So having accountability, whether it's to a group, to friends, to social media, anywhere, sometimes people just make these goals and they don't share it. They don't share their success or progress along the way. And sometimes sharing that progress can be what's needed to keep you motivated to keep going. All right, so let's get into the good stuff. I'm going to give you 4 helpful tips that might help you achieve your New Year's resolutions. Visualize success and change your mindset. Visualizing can be a very powerful tool when it comes to achieving our goals. The late Neville Goddard had spoken about feeling is the secret. Now, some of this may be approached on a more energetic level, where when we put our thoughts and our feelings out there in the universe, it works as a magnet, like the law of attraction. Now, some people may believe in that and some people may not. If you believe in it, great, then go with it. However, if you don't believe in it, there's still a lot of power to be had in visualization. Sometimes that can be in a vision board. Because when you feel it, when you can taste that success, for example, let's say your goal is that you would like to make more money and you're envisioning yourself what it would look like, how it feels to be more wealthy, to have more money available to you. If you feel it and you can taste that success, even though it hasn't arrived yet, that is such a powerful tool, because then it becomes real for you, and then you act it, and it just becomes a magnet for you, both energetically and mentally. So visualizing things can be huge. And along with that is changing your mindset. And that is believing that it is possible, believing and seeing yourself in that role, seeing yourself 50 pounds thinner, or seeing yourself with more money in the bank account or whatever it might be. But visualizing can be extremely powerful. And I really, if you've never tried it before, I want you to give it a shot this year if you're making some New Year's resolutions. Setting SMART goals. So what is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is specific, it's measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So let's break that down. So specific. We don't want to say, I just want to lose weight. We want to say, I would like to lose 50 pounds. So that way we have a goal. And that goes into the next one, which is measurable. We need to be able to measure it. So if you want to say, I want to lose weight, there is nothing to measure it by. You're just saying, I want to lose weight. But when you put that number on it, I want to lose 50 pounds, you're measuring your success. Achievable means that you are going to be able to actually achieve it, and it's not realistic. If you are already within your healthy weight and you're close, to say you need to lose 50 pounds when you may not need to lose 50 pounds, that's not really achievable, because then you would be like anorexic if you did that. Or to say that you wanted to lose 50 pounds and you want to do it in 3 months, that's not achievable. So we have to be realistic when it comes to setting our goals. And that goes into the next one, is relevant. Is it going to fit within our lifestyle? We can't say that we're going to do this goal, and if it doesn't fit within our parameters, then it's not going to work. And timely means that there is an end to it, that there is some sort of time frame on it that we can achieve it. Now, if you're trying to lose, again, we're going to go back to this example. If you want to lose 50 pounds and you're going to say, I want to do it in 3 months, that's not realistic. But if we're going to say, I want to lose 50 pounds and I'm going to give myself maybe a year and a half to do that, that's a little bit more realistic when we look at things. So setting SMART goals, even though it's something that's used a lot in the corporate world and works really well in the business world, it can really work with any type of goal that we set. Understand your why. Now, understanding your why can mean 2 different things. It can mean, why do you want to achieve your goal? Let's take an example of, I want to have more money in my bank account. I want to be rich, let's just say, right? Let's just say that's an example that you might want to use. Well, if you're only focusing on, I want to be rich, I want more money in my bank account, I want this, and you're focusing on that, but you're not taking a look at, why do I need to change this behavior to begin with? Then that can be huge. You have to understand the why you got to the position where you needed your goal to begin with. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to reframe that and say that again in a couple different ways. But let's say that goal of yours where you're trying to make more money and you want more money in your bank account, but yet you're not looking at the behaviors that got you where you're broke to begin with. You have to understand those behaviors. Or let's take another example. Let's go back to that 50-pound example, and maybe your goal is to lose 50 pounds, and all you're saying is, I want to lose 50 pounds, and you have to understand your why and look why you want to lose 50 pounds. I want to feel better. I want to look better. I want to fit into clothes. Well, that's great. But we have to also look at the other side of that is why do we need to lose 50 pounds? We have to look at those behaviors that got us there in the first place. What got us to be overweight in the first place? And so we have to look at those behaviors. And until we actually look at the behaviors that are opposite of the goal that we're trying to achieve, we're not going to have success, because with every successfully achieved goal requires a bunch of baby steps to get to that point to begin with. It's changed behaviors, changed habits along the way. And changing habits and behaviors is not necessarily an easy thing if your mindset is not in the right place. So you have to change that mindset and take a really hard, deep look at understanding the behaviors that got you to where you needed to change that and create that goal to begin with. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, comment below and put any questions, and I will do my best to try and address it if you do have any questions about that. Practice Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese term that means continual improvement. And this term became popularized in the 1980s when a man named Masaki Imai wrote a book that was called Kaizen, the Key to Japan's Competitive Success. He used it in the Toyota company, and Toyota, even to this day, is still one of the best, most solid brands of vehicles and cars that you can get. And it's known for that. That's its reputation, is a solid car, a solid product that will last you for a very, very long time. And This has come from a lot of those practices that Masaki Imai had put into place. And I've also heard it translated where if you just achieve 1% improvement every day, that'll get you to success. While that's not the literal translation of Kaizen, it still works pretty well because what you're basically telling yourself and what you're saying is that every single day, I'm going to strive for being a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And in fact, later on, Masaki Imai actually said that he wanted to expand that continual improvement to mean for every day, everybody, and everywhere improvement. So some closing thoughts is that while yes, New Year's is a great time to set resolutions, don't forget that we are not bound by this when the clock strikes midnight, that's when our new goal goes into effect. We can truly set resolutions and goals any day of the year. So if you start off making your goals and they don't work, reframe yourself, gather your thoughts, look at your whys and reset your goal, and maybe start your goal a little bit later. Maybe set your resolution a little bit later after you've done some really good, hard, deep looks at and understanding your whys. I think when we can recognize that goals can be set at any point and any time of the year, it has the power to free us up. It has the power to say, you know what, if it didn't work this way, you know what, I'm going to try it again. Maybe you're going to set that New Year's resolution and it doesn't work the first time because you didn't properly look at your whys and understanding your behaviors. So if it doesn't work, you can just reset it and try it again. And that time you might achieve more success than if you had been frustrated by sticking with a goal at the beginning of the year that wasn't working for you. Maybe you just need time to take a break, reframe, ask yourself those whys, take a good, hard, deep look, reset it, and start again in the spring if by chance it doesn't work. But hopefully, with these particular goals I've helped you with these tips, I hope that you will have the most successful New Year's resolutions this year. If I have provided valuable content, I would love if you like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And also put in the comments below, let me know any particular resolutions, if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer you and comment. I love to hear feedback from you. So thank you so much for watching. Peace, blessings, good health. Happy New Year, and I will see you next year.